Hey, welcome back to another video. Super excited about this video because honestly, this has been a interesting thing that's happening because it's been happening since September and I've been wanting to share it with you. I keep seeing it and I'm like, when? And then I'm like, okay, what is happening here? And let me do some research. And then today is the last day of the month. And I go in the bathroom and look at my clock and there it is again. And I'm like, this is okay. It's time to share. It's time to talk about this because it's happening in real time and maybe it's going to help someone. So today we are here to talk about the number 717. Yes, this number has been chasing me down since September. And when I first saw it, it's like, okay, you see it and then you pay attention and then you know, of course, the clock, right? For me, it's the clock. It's the clock. It's sometimes addresses. It's mostly the clock. And I started to pay attention to it. And then I was like, this keeps showing up. Why is it showing up so much? Finally, I pay attention to it because I'm like, this is not a coincidence. This is really happening. And when I saw it, let's go back to September. I was going through a major shift. And we talked about it in our manifestation video where we talked about manifesting through our passwords. And at the time, I had desired and knew that I needed a timeline shift. I just knew, I said, you know what, things are just not where I desire them to be. I have goals, I have desires, and I know the power that I have with the Lord and prayer and just asking for things. Just that in itself is a whole story. And when you look back over your life and just see how you've really stayed in front of the Lord and asked him for things, not everything, because not all answers, let's just park there. Not all answers are yes. But even if there are no, oftentimes you don't see it, but it's a better thing. Okay, so I'm on the airplane. We are going to Colorado, and there's this gentleman in front of me, and he is coughing, and he's super tall, so he's back and forth making these adjustments in the seat, and he's right in front of me, and I'm not able to sleep like I thought I was going to be able to sleep. So I'm looking out of the window, have my music on, praying. I look out of the window, there's the wing, and I said, God, in the most simplistic way, this thing that I'm in front of you about, if it's meant for me to stay and learn something, then I will. But if it's time to go, then I've already said, I believe I've represented you well, and let's go. I'm ready to go. Next thing you know, we came back on the 14th and the 27th. There was this message in my mailbox and everything shifted very quickly. In less than a month, I was doing something completely different. And so with that, once I had looked at the number 717, it had to sit with me. It had to resonate and become real with me. Because I was like, there's something happening here and there's something, for real, there's something going on. And I haven't seen this before. Now, we go back in the past and we share with you in 2011 is when we really started to notice this awakening, this shift that was happening. I started to see 111, 111, and 1111, and just this, all of these ones all the time on the clock and different places on trucks and you name it, and 1010. That's when things started to happen. And I would share that with friends, family, and I'm like, we don't see that, you know, that's just your thing. And fast forward, then we moved to the 2222, right? 222, 333. I went through a time with 322. And during those times, first you see the numbers in succession. This is my experience. And then different numbers start to come. And I believe that's because as you're paying attention to it, the Spirit's saying, hey, we're going to give her more. She's paying attention to it. Now she understands. And so we're going to give her more clarity and more understanding. Yes, I have books that break down numbers. But this specific number was such a weighty, I would say, weighty just in me never seeing it before, that I went out and found an understanding of it in such a way that I was like, this is speaking to me. So today I wanted to come on and talk to you about 717, because maybe it's chasing you down, maybe it's not. Maybe this is for you later, like me. Maybe this number is going to come to you later and you're going to find this video and say, oh, this is speaking to me. Everybody has different experiences. Like, yeah, I can share with you all, I'm a dreamer, and when I dream, my dream could have a completely different meaning to me than your dream. But I hope that this speaks to you. So we're going to break this down, and because there's two numbers, but the 7 repeats twice. So first, I'm going to start with the 7. The 7 actually happens to be one of my favorite numbers biblically. 7 is the number of completion. It shows up multiple times. It shows up multiple times in my life. It is in my birthday. It is in my addresses. When my children were small and played sports, it would show up in their numbers on their jersey. We could have a conversation about something, or something significant would happen in July, and I would know, and I'm like, oh, today is the 7th. So 7 just follows me, and I pay attention to it. It's my favorite number. I love 7. So first, the number 7 will give you the meaning of it is spiritual awakening, aligning with your higher self and trusting your intuition. And your higher self is, my higher self, this is funny, but I sent it to my sister. My higher self is like Teresa Mendoza. At the end of the movie, if you ever watched this movie, she evolved into such a powerhouse. And actually, in the beginning of the show, it was her higher self always leading her the entire time. And so that's what reminds me of my higher self. It's like the other version of Rhonda that's like, listen, girl, you're doing this and you're doing that and you're going to make it. So that's it. We'll talk about that possibly later. Your inner wisdom, reflect and seek answers within for guidance, personal growth, focus on your spiritual development and enlightenment. And all of these things made sense to me because I'm really working on my spiritual walk and deeper connections and understanding and buying books and wanting to go to spiritual retreats and looking in different countries, you name it. And then the number 1. So the number 1 is new beginnings, right? And that made sense because, again, I just told you, we just timeline shift and new people, new opportunities, the whole thing happening. And it was just do. It's time to start fresh and embrace new opportunities. Manifestation, we've been talking about that a lot on this page. Your thoughts and intentions have the power to create your reality. And that's super huge. We've been doing journaling and shadow work and therapy, all of that to manifest just what we know intrinsically is for us. We just know that our purpose and what we've dreamt about, what we know to be our future is just more. And so we're continually working on manifestation. And lastly, the number 1 is leadership and self-reliance. Now, this is funny because the number 1 is a number for leadership. If you ever pay attention to this, people that have the birthday number 1, 10, 19, or 28, if you break that number down, it's always going to equal to 1. And I think it's very interesting because the people that I started to pay attention to that have these birth dates actually move in such dynamic leadership. It's crazy. But leadership and self-reliance is step into your personal power and take action. And that is what I did, making sure that I took action. So the combined message for you all of 717 is spiritual growth. You're on the right spiritual path. Woo, exciting. Especially for me, because this has been an evolution of spiritual journeys. I can tell you I started somewhere and now I'm somewhere else, and it's wild. But keep trusting your inner wisdom. Manifestation, positive thoughts and focused intentions will help you manifest your desires. New opportunities, fresh possibilities related to your spiritual or personal growth are coming. Yes, new opportunities are coming. Be prepared for them. Yolanda Adams sings a song, and it's one of my favorite songs. And one of the times that it just really, it was a moment. I was down in Atlantic City on the boardwalk, walking, and I played that song over and over again, and it's I'm Going to Be Ready. And it talks about getting ready before the stuff even comes. So if spiritual and personal growth are coming, then make sure you're ready. And lastly, balance. Stay grounded and take practical action while maintaining spiritual awareness. And grounded is an area that I have to stay in all the time. Grounding means for me going outside, putting my feet in cold grass, going out in nature, listening to frequency music to stay grounded. It's the thing that I have to work on. And finally, just to leave you some encouragement. Your efforts are aligning with the universe. Keep moving forward with faith and confidence. So today that was 717. Again, it has been chasing me down, and maybe it's chasing you down. And I wanted to come on and just share this with you. Be encouraged. Keep on going. Know that you have spiritual growth, manifestation, new opportunities, and balance just right in front of your face and knocking at your door. And great things are coming. Happy December to you. Take care until the next video. Be blessed.